Today I need to find the greatest probability of winning this die game. I win if the dice sum adds to 11, but the catch is I get to reroll either one or two dice, as long as the sum beforehand is not 10 or 12.
So I'm going to go play this game, where if I win, I'm going to win this mystery prize right there. But in order to have the best chances of winning, I need to have the best strategy. So first I'm going to do what I can only do right now, which is roll the two die and...
Oh, I got a 1 and a 4.
So now I can roll either one or two of these die. So I need to think about what happens if I roll either one of those die or two of these die, so I can have the best shot of winning this mystery prize right there.
I'll tackle the case of rerolling two die because it feels more straightforward. It shouldn't be too hard to use a table to find that the probability of getting an 11 is 1 over 18 and the probability of getting a 10 or 12 is 1 over 9. These two basically end the game, but the probability that the game will go on with rerolling is 5 over 6, and in those instances I can reroll. If I reroll both die, I'll still have a 2 over 36 chance of winning and a 5 over 6 chance the game goes on. This means winning scenarios include winning at first, reroll then win, reroll then reroll then win, reroll then reroll then reroll and win, and you get the idea. Sounds like an infinite geometric series. By using the formula, I find that the probability of winning by always rerolling both die is 1/3.
So that covers rolling two die, but is that really the best strategy? Now I need to consider rolling only one of these.
If I reroll one die, then what I'm basically doing is fixing the value of the other die. This may be useful to keep in mind as I look at what will happen. Fix a die with a 1, then the lowest sum I can have is a 2, while the highest sum I can have is a 7. I'll always be in a spot where I can re-roll. The same applies for fixing a 2 or a 3. In the latter, I could get any value from 4 to 9. The sum will always be less than 10, so I'm always guaranteed a re-roll.
I mean, I could just keep on re-rolling and I'm guaranteed to not end the game. But at the same time, I'm guaranteed to not win this mystery prize right there. Remember, I'm trying to win that mystery prize. And so if I actually want to get that mystery prize, I need to do something else.
If I fix a die that has a 4, then I can have a sum of 5 to 10. There's one way to end the game with nothing, but no way to win the game. Well, that doesn't look good. If I fix a die that has a 5, then I can get a 6. There's also one way to lose by getting a 10, but there's also one way to win by getting an 11. I can actually win in this one. If I fix a die that has a 6, then I can have a sum of 7, or I can lose with a 10. I can also win with an 11, but then I can also lose with a 12. That's one way to win, but two ways to lose. So when considering all the possibilities, I should aim for fixing a die with a 5 because it gives me the best chances of winning. In that case, by using infinite geometric series again, I have a probability of 1/2, which I can also find by symmetry. But hey, better than re-rolling two die.
But hold on a second. I don't see a 5 in either of those two die. This basically means I need to come up with a strategy for each possible scenario. But looking at the results upon fixing one of those die, I have an idea on how to proceed.
Remember the time when I'm guaranteed to not end the game if I fix a die with 1, 2, or 3? Well, I can pick the other die and keep on re-rolling until I get a 5, allowing me to get a better position. After all, 1/2 is better than 1/3. As long as I have a 1, 2, or 3, which happens in 27 of the 36 possible dice rolls, I can use that strategy of re-rolling until I get a 5, and I'm guaranteed to not end the game in that time. And then I'm at the part where I can now use the strategy of fixing the 5.
But then there's the case where I end up with two 4s. There's no way I can get a sum of 11, but I could get a sum of 10 and have to end the game. That happens with a probability of 1/6. But if I re-roll both die, the probability that I have to end the game would just be 1/9. So maybe that better strategy, if that happens, is to re-roll both die.
So, from the top, I have a 1 over 18 chance of winning right off the bat, a 3/4 chance of having at least 1, 1, 2, or 3, a 1 over 18 chance of getting a 5 while not having a 1, 2, or 3 and while being able to continue, and a 1 over 36 chance of getting the double 4s. In the case where I could re-roll and don't have the double 4s, I would ultimately have a 1/2 chance of winning by using the strategy of eventually fixing the 5. And in the case where I get the double 4s, I would re-roll both die, essentially starting over, hence multiplying by the probability of winning from the beginning. And solving for P means that the probability under my best strategy would be 33 over 70. It's close to 1/2.
Let's go! I got an 11! Now I actually won the game and now I get to actually open the prize. What do I get? Woo! It's a brand new phone! I get to make better videos now!
Hi, everybody. This is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.